again, and today we are responding to so many questions. For everybody that have been following us, thank you very much. I want to say um, I appreciate everything you're doing. Thank you very much for all those things, all the questions. For those who are also following this video for the first time, this is King's Court live session, and today, okay, so today we are going to be talking extensively on what is happening at Ibeju Lekki, the development coming in. So, in case you're coming on this live session, today is an update for some of our investors. If you have bought a new city, if you have bought Amen Phase 3, if you have bought Tiara, if you have bought Tiwa, um, please just kindly stick to this live. I'll be giving you guys updates, and I'll also be talking extensively about the international airports. Though a lot of people have been talking extensively about the international airport, and of course today I'll also be having responding to some questions as regards some of the things we discussed in our last session. And the reason why I'm making today's live video basically is that I'm going to be talking about your expectation as a real estate investor. Though I've spoken with a lot of people who have invested in this region, and many are of the opinion that um, the airport is not coming on. I just feel like as if I've just, tied down my money on a project that may not be coming on soon. I wouldn't want you to look at it from that perspective. Nigeria basically has not reached, its full development center peak, its full development peak. However, I'm going to be responding to this. So I'm doing this live from our office, and it's quite nice having you guys around. For everybody that is joining this live, I want to say a very big thank you for people joining this live session. So let's talk about Ibeju Lekki development, what is presently happening, and what real estate investors should expect. And today I'll be taking a lot of questions. Sorry, I have to do this. So I'll be taking a lot of questions, and I'll be telling you what is actually happening. Um, Presently, I discovered that there've been a lot of road construction, more importantly in the airport axis, the proposed airport axis of Ibeju Lekki. And of course, we went into due diligence, started searching of the government started constructing the road, what exactly is going on. And I found out that Amen City, they have Tiara. The phase 2 of that Tiara is within those axes. And I found out that Amen City have been doing massive road construction to that place. And I want to say these are some of the development a lot of people have been anticipating, and I'd say it's a good one. So thank you to the management, to the MD, to everybody at Amen City. Thank you for bringing development to that area. Though a lot of people have said the reason why the road is constructed is because of the fact that that's where Tiara, their phase 2 of Tiara is. Please stay with the phone. Just monitor. If you want to go out, you can go out. Just monitor what is going on there. Okay, so yes, a lot of people say it's because their Tiara is there. Well, if somebody is doing development, let us commend the person. That road has been there for a very long time, and no one has take it as a form of duty to do it. So Amen City is presently doing that road. Whether their estate is there or not is not an issue. For the fact that someone has decided to take up development tax to himself, such person must be adequately appreciated. They are doing fantastic. Thank you very much, Amen City, for this great developmental milestone, and we pray that God will continually bless you. So what is going on in the Ibeju Lekki axis? When is the airport coming on? And what is the faith of people who have bought property there? First of all, I'm not government. So though we've been following up the updates. So the airport is not coming up this year. So let me quickly reiterate that. And though they've been suggestions that some part of the construction will start next year, but you know that obviously is more or less like a speculative opinion, because the Lagos State government have not come online or come out, to publicly declare the day the project will start. All we know basically is that there's going to be an airport in that axis. So let's talk about the development of the Ibeju Lekki axis. Of course, many of us are aware that the coastal road has also started, its construction, and I've also, of course, a lot of real estate development companies have lost, large parcels of land because of that coastal road. So I'm going to be doing a session where I'm going to be talking extensively on understanding boundaries, road alignment, and setbacks. I'm going to be talking extensively on that, okay? And I'll be explaining what you need to know if you're buying, for some of us that we like buying property facing the road, we like buying waterfront property, we like buying, properties that are, very close to the town. And then because of the fact that, I've said it in several of my videos that Lagos is, undergoing development. So there are still some tendencies that government will need some place for the road construction, drainage construction, bridges, and that is why it is, important we know that. So we know that the coastal road construction is still ongoing. That's a good development update, okay, in the Ibeju Lekki. And we also know that the Lekki Expressway, presently the development or the construction is presently at the Lagos Business School axis. So the construction has been done from Epe down to Eleko, from Eleko, and presently, they are presently at the Lagos Business School. And of course, we were told that government intends to complete that project this year. So that is also, a good development of those axes. And we need to also talk about this so that for some of our real estate investors that have, investment in those axes, you need to know. For some of our investors that have come home and, we've driven around those axes, many of them are, they are impressed due to the fact that the development in those axes have taken, possible milestones. So there's development in Ibeju Lekki, only for the fact that the development is in phases. I've said it before that when it comes to development, we have to be patient, and that is why I always talk about understanding some important things you need to do when you are investing. So if you are a real estate investor and you are looking for a reliable rental property, okay, that you can start earning 1 year, 2 years, you want to have, good tenants that will take up your, real estate investment, then I should tell you that the Ibeju Lekki axis presently cannot give you that. Okay, though are people not renting? Are you not saying we don't have people who reside in the Ibeju Lekki? I'm not saying that. Yeah, there are people who reside at Ibeju Lekki. So, but the kind of rental income you may be anticipating, okay, may not be visible there. For some of us who always like to have, high projection of what they want to earn as far as rental income is concerned. So if you want a place whereby you can buy and start earning rental income, then you have to come towards the Ibrahim Adesanya axis, the Shangotedo axis, the Ibeju axis. I can assure you that you are going to get good rental income on those axes. Then if you want steady cash flow, then you should also look at the larger part of the Surulere, the Yaba, the Keja axis of the mainland. Of course, you will get steady rental income, and of course you will make times 3 of what you may be charging on the highland as a result of that. So the question basically is that why has some developmental project in Ibeju Lekki, why have they not reached their peak? That's what I'll be discussing today. Why have some of these estates that promises gatehouse. Of course, some of them have done all their gatehouse. In fact, some gatehouse, if you go there, you will see security there. So the question is, why are people not residing in those places? Most of these properties were advertised as buy and build. I've seen videos that a lot of realtors have come online. They have told us that this particular property is buy and build because it's facing the expressway. And the reality is, are there people residing in those axes? If people are not residing in those axes, what exactly could be the reasons why people are not residing in those axes? So on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about why some of these estates have not reached their developmental peak. The first reason basically is that the proposed international airport construction has not started. I've seen some videos circulating the internet while some people are saying that road construction that is being done is being done by government. They started. No, that road construction that you have seen is being done by Amen City, the developers of Amen Estate, Tiara and the likes. They are the one that is doing that road. It's not government. So we need to clearly give honors and kudos to people who deserves it. Okay, I'm not saying government does not, of course they do, but this present road construction is being done by Amen City, and they're trying to pave roads to where their Tiara 2.0 is. And of course, this is just one of the things. So why have that place not reached its event? Number one, the airport have not started, and there is no chances that it's going to start soon. So people who invested, okay, in those axes invested with the intention that once the airport starts, okay, and they need a place maybe to build and put it out for rentals, to put it out for short lets, they won't have to pay a fortune. Okay, so what they did basically was to land bank in those axes. So the airport have not started. Now the reason why those places have not reached their developmental peak, or is also due to the fact that most of those real estate developers that sold those axes at the moment have not started meaningful development. Now when I talk about meaningful development, I don't call gatehouse development, though it's part of development. I don't call fencing development. There have to be something that is very, very commendable, something that can even make real estate investors want to start something with the project. So majority of those real estate developers have not started anything, apart from those ones that they've done fence, gatehouse. Some have even painted their gatehouse. Kudos to them. There are some that have done some recreational facility. I've seen lawn tennis courts and the likes. So one of the reasons why most of these places have not reached its development peak is due to the fact, okay, that there is no significant development yet, and that is why a lot of things seems to be quiet in those axes. So if you are buying any of these properties, you are buying in anticipation that once the airport project starts, you will have a property you can call your own, and if you want to resell, you can resell. Okay, now the third reason why this Ibeju Lekki has not reached its full potentials basically is due to some government regulations and policies. And when I was making my videos, I've said it several times that when you are investing in Lagos, it is very crucial, it is very critical for you to understand some basic regulations that is being set by government. You just don't jump at things because of the fact that you are being compelled to do. If you do that in this our present Lagos, you will be totally dealt with. So you obviously want to look at this and of course find a way you want to understand it. So what are those regulations? Number one, building approval. I know some people that have applied for building approval, and they are not out yet. And there was even a news that recently the building approval was also increased. So because the thing is that You don't dare dig as small as a hole is. You don't dig a hole to start erecting fences if you don't have all the approval, because if you do, there have been cases of government sealing up some ongoing building projects simply because most of these builders don't have all the necessary approvals for their building, so for their construction. So there've been a lot of clamp down of some buildings. Most times these buildings, of course, are regarded by government as illegal. So people not being able to secure all the necessary building approval is also the reason why Ibeju Lekki development has been have been affected. Because you see, as contrary to the way it used to be, once you buy your land, you get your architect to draw and do all the necessary things and you start building. But now things have changed. Government say you must get building approval. If you want to erect fence, you must get fence permit. If you want to do development, you must get your approved layout. So there've been a lot of regulations, and people who don't stick to these regulations are always having different issues concerning that. So a lot of people are still awaiting their building approval, and that is why Ibeju Lekki development has not reached its peak. So that's also another reason. Then another reason why Ibeju Lekki has not reached its developmental peak is due to the inflation. Inflation is a major problem. Of course, if you should look at the cost of building materials, the cost of cement, the cost of all those things that is required to build in Lagos, Nigeria, the cost have gone up. So most people are to suspend the idea of building their dream houses because of the present economic situation. So this is also another reason why all these things are happening, and it is very critical that we pay attention to some of these things, because if we don't, we will be making some mistakes which because the thing is that people who could afford to do many things because of these economic challenges. In fact, I've seen instances where people have suspended their ongoing project. I've seen instances whereby, in fact, some people have even requested for refunds. More importantly, the people that bought property in Lagos, Nigeria, because of this, turbulent economic situation, a lot of people have asked the real estate development company to refund just for them to keep, their body and souls together. So that is also another, challenge that is happening in the Ibeju Lekki. And as long as all these circumstances happen, consistently, it's going to have impact. It's going to have impact on construction. Now, another reason why some part of Ibeju Lekki not reach its peak is due to the fact that there are still some places in Ibeju Lekki that does not have the basic infrastructure. Now, when I was comparing the mainland and the island rental market, one of the things I said is that there are still some places. I have a video that I'll be releasing very soon where I was talking about what is actually happening in the Ibeju Lekki. So until that video is released, that video obviously will open you to the fact, the reality of the situation of some places in the Ibeju Lekki, and that obviously has contributed immensely, to several things while development has not reached. So I'm online, so I need people to join this live. If you are watching, please, I'm going to be sharing the link on my social media because I want people to be here. I want people to be here. I want people to participate. So I'll be sharing my link. So I want you to join. Share this link. I want people to join this my live session. For people who have joined, thank you very much. I appreciate this. I appreciate this. If you have not joined, what are you still waiting for? Join our live. Let's have an interaction. Let's talk on this. Please just give me some minutes. Let me share my link so that people can join. Hold on, please. I apologize. All right. Okay, so I think I'm good. All right. So now, one of the reasons why most of this, some part of Ibeju Lekki have not reached its developmental peak is due to the fact that there are still some basic infrastructures that are still lacking in Ibeju Lekki. I have to say this. There are still some places in Ibeju Lekki where they don't have electricity. Have to. I know a lot of people will be frowning at this. So I reside and I have most of my activities in Ibeju Lekki. So I can categorically tell you what is going on in those axes. So I can tell you particularly that this is the current situation. So there are some places in Ibeju Lekki, I'm not going to mention names of these axes, where there is no electricity. In fact, I got to a particular location and I was told that they've not seen electricity for like 8 years. It's alleged though. So I've not stayed that long, but I've spoken to one or two witnesses, mostly the residents of those axes, and majority of them have told me that, in fact, a lot of people have left. Now, when you go to some places of Ibeju Lekki, you notice that many of them are using completely solar. Some communities have gone solar. Some houses have gone solar. A lot of people are just using solar, to just put a lot of things. So the basic infrastructures in some places in Ibeju Lekki are not there. There are some places that they don't have constant electricity, so which is a major challenge. And a lot of people have been talking about this repeatedly, though we have a lot of development that is coming on. There are still some places where the access road is not good. There are still some places where some of the custom and traditions are still being practiced in the Ibeju Lekki. So that's one of the reasons. So a lot of people say have this mindset that Ibeju Lekki is not, of course, for people who claim to have eye taste, like our Lekki people. So most of these guys will say that they don't want to decide yet because Ibeju Lekki infrastructure cannot meet their own daily requirement of what a convenient and a comfortable lifestyle should be. So that's just one of the things that you need to know. So these are some of the, so concerning the airports, I've asked questions. A lot of people have asked several questions. A lot of people have told me, is this thing a scam? Was it used as a market strategy to sell? What is the, in fact, someone even asked me a question, very funny, and the person said, what is the assurance that this airport will be done in our own lifetime? Now, that obviously is funny. Yes, it is. I've asked a lot of people, said that what is the assurance that this airport will be done in our lifetime? What is the duration of the project? Is it going to be local? Is it going to be international? For the fact that there's going to be an airport, okay, basically is very, very convincing. For as far as I'm concerned, okay, I would say it's very, very convincing that there's an airport. So I would gladly invest, because I know the cost of properties in the Murtala Mohammed axis of Ikeja. So these are some of those things. So yes, there's going to be an airport, and that's why I said, if you are buying real estate, there's a need for you to prioritize your investment. There's a need for you to understand government policies. Now, for some of people who bought those axes, I told you that if you are buying some places of Ibeju Lekki, there are some places you will buy in Ibeju Lekki, okay, that you can reside immediately. Don't misquote me. There are places that you can buy in Ibeju Lekki that you have to live for a while. So that means you are land banking. Now, a lot of people used to make these errors that because of the fact that the property is 20 million, is 30 million, it means they can build, or in fact, people will have this general impression that it's a buy and build. Now, listen, all those marketers that are selling to you are selling with the intention that they want you to buy. So sometimes they tell you what you need to hear. So I'll say this, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. If your intention, okay, is to earn rental income on your properties, then it is very critical, okay, very crucial for you to do what we call environmental analysis. Now, if you don't pay, adequate attention to some of these things, you'll be making some basic mistakes as you are investing. Now, what the environmental analysis does for you, or the economic analysis of those places, if you are investing in Ibeju Lekki, that's why I usually say that don't put all your income in one location. And I've talked about the concept of diversification, and in all my videos I'll keep talking about that, because many people don't seem to understand what are the basic importance of diversifying. So what I'm trying to say is that now the environmental analysis will help you understand, number one, the caliber of people that are residing in that community. Now, a lot of people are buying with the intention of coming to retire and to settle there. Like for some of you now who are in the diaspora, that you've acclimatized to the idea of good water supply, good road system, constant electricity. Talk about the lifestyle of having access to one of these heart facilities. Do you understand? Most of you are used to having malls, cinemas, shopping malls, and a realtor is telling you that you can buy property in Ibeju Lekki and turn it to your retirement home. You see, I've seen some different circumstances that a lot of people have been forced to seek for refund. And the reason why some investors are seeking for refund is due to the fact that what they got was contrary to the expectation as at the time they made that investment. I'm saying this, what later happened was different from the, except if you are the kind of real estate investor who doesn't care. Like for instance, all you just want is a place that has a roof over your head. You just want to have a property in Nigeria. You don't care whether there is electricity there. You don't care, blah, blah, blah. If you are that kind of person, then you can invest even without doing what we call this environmental. You see, it is in this environmental analysis, that you begin to understand the situation, the environmental situation of that area. There are some places that you will invest, that is always a mess once it rains. There are some places that their security situation is very porous. There are some places, that if you invest, all the needed infrastructures that the real estate developer has promised will not come immediately. So you need to do a critical analysis of that axis for you to know what you are up to, or to what you're getting yourself involved in. So I've had several circumstances of people becoming totally disappointed. But you need to understand that real estate developers don't have what we call the magic wand. They can only do what it is possible at as at that time, and as at the prices of what the current market is saying. So this thing is very critical. A lot of people have been asking questions. But you see, if a developer says they are going to build a golf course, a developer has promised swimming pool, a developer has promised, let's say, recreation center, they have promised gym. Now, I think the first thing you really want to pay attention to is that where exactly is the location? See, location, there are some places that some real estate development companies will want to sell that I know, I don't even need a soothsayer to tell me that all those things they are promised to do will not be done 3 or 4 years after that estate. For some of them that are even sincere enough, we will do it even before that. But if they are promising infrastructure, then you need to do this environmental analysis to find out if the lifestyle of that place is suitable for you. More importantly, for those who are buying with the intention of retiring. So when it comes to rental properties, to an extent, some places on the island, some places on the mainland will fit in. You can just choose some of these your investments as rental properties for those who may not have problems in, acclimatizing to the economic situation. See, there are some places in this our highland that the security situation is porous. I have to say this. There are some places whereby if it rains, you cannot, if you don't have a 4-wheel drive, you can't go to your house. There are some places whereby, for some of us who are used to this luxury lifestyle, where we have cinemas, where we have things, there are some places that if you are a diasporan, their lifestyle may not, be suitable to what you are used to. And that is why it is very important that you get a professional that can give you an updated information about that axis. It is very important you do so. It is very important. So, concerning the international airports, it is coming up, but it has not started. Have I wasted money invested there? No, you did not. You did not. The only thing I usually recommend if you are a real estate investor is that diversify. Diversify. I have investment in Ibeju Lekki. I have in Ijebu, I have in Epe. I have in Abeokuta. And I also have in Ibadan. My next real estate investment right now will be a lease on the mainland. Now, the thing is that if you are investing, your investment strategy must be intelligently designed. And that is why sometimes I usually tell real estate investors that it is very critical, for you to articulate what you want to achieve. Now, I've seen rare circumstances or situations where investors or realtors have ignorantly recommended some investments that does not suit the investor's perception of what they want to achieve. So it is very important that you communicate, you articulate it, you understand the environment. There was a scenario of a diasporan that came in, I think 2 years ago. This woman is based in the US, and she bought an acre of land. And what the realtor told this particular diasporan is that it's a buy and build. And I think at that time the property sold for, was it around 500 or 600? So, a lot of diasporan investors usually buy in anticipation that they can buy more, spend less, and get more. Well, I've seen instances whereby the reverse, has obviously been the case. Now, when this woman said, I wanted to see the property I bought, can we go in, can we drive down? Now, when we began this inspection, I was not the one that sold you. So, let me quickly tell you. So, they used the refinery, the free trade zone. So, this woman initially thought that her property was like 10 minutes away from the refinery. very close to the free trade zone. And I must have imagined that this diaspora investor must have even drew a plan of what she wanted to do with the property. When we got to La Campagne, this woman was screaming at the top of her voice. And the realtor that sold was suddenly quiet. The woman did not even know that where they are going to is Odiomi. And Odiomi is the boundary between Lagos and Ogun State. And when she got there, she just told them, you know what, guys, just return my money. This was not what I was at. See, dear real estate investors, if you are watching this video, you should know that the buy and build concept that is being used, okay, to sell properties to you guys could be confusing. A lot of people have been manipulated to buy Odiomi, to buy Foluise, to buy La Campagne Tropicana with the concept of buy and build. So you need to understand that before you pay for a property, you need to understand what are the environmental implications of that axis. You need to understand. Because if you don't, a lot of people bought, and somebody called me and said, hey, the property I bought in this particular axis of Ibeju Lekki, I want to start building a hotel. And I said, wow, that's fantastic, But I now asked a few questions. What are the cost implications of building an hotel? We ran the cost implications, we did the calculations, and it was with the current economy. She wanted to build a 3-star hotel, and the cost was way above, close to over 80 to 100 million, building the hotel, furnishing it. And I told her, I said, madam, listen to me. I am your realtor. I cannot lie to you. Sure, you understand? I understand that if you start construction in this axis, okay, it's a fantastic thing. It will draw the attention of other builders. Do you understand, ma? I said, ma, the truth of the matter is we have few fuel stations in those axes. We have maybe 1 or 2 supermarkets in those axes. I said, ma, you see the 100 million that you go and sink in that axis now, why don't you just pick out some amount of money and let us get you rental properties on the mainland? You don't even have to buy many. You can buy maybe a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment, convert it to bed space. I gave her an estimate of what students pay yearly. If you are going towards that Akoka Akoka axis of Yaba, you are going to Surrey. I was shocked when I found out that some places in Yaba, some places in Akoka, some places in Bariga, they are paying as high as 800,000 for bed space. See, what I'm saying is, it's not house. It's not house. What most of those people do there is that they will buy like 4 or 5 studio apartments, and they put state-of-the-art facilities and they convert it to bed space. So I advised this one. I said, ma, putting 100 million in that property now, the airport have not started. A lot of things have not started. I don't want a situation whereby you will just plant your money there and you won't get the return as anticipated. I said, this was the advice I gave the woman. Buy bed space. You see, the amount of money you earn from that bed space, you can now start to be investing it in your hotel. Even if you want to build 5-star, you want to build 7-star, make sure, okay, that your investment for that for that hotel is coming from an investment that is giving you steady cash flow. When I did the analysis and every other thing, till today, this woman is still sending her prayers. Now, I'm not saying she should not build hotel, but I have understood that What separates the rich from the poor is how they invest. A lot of people are just buying, not knowing that their investment cannot give them. And one of the things I consider is when we looked at this particular investor's age, see somebody that's in her late 50s, and she said because she's gradually entering retirement. I said it's good. The kind of retirement you would do, go and buy bed space in the Unilag Axis. That's what I told her. Buy 3, buy 4. And today she's earning rental income on those bed spaces. Jeez. There are people that will go to the mainland. They will go and buy studio apartment, they convert it to bed spaces. As terrible as things are, people who have bed spaces are still earning rental income. People who are buying rental properties on Ibeju are still earning rental incomes. The only reasons, now the reason why most real estate investors buy what they don't need, okay, is because of the fact that many people are always looking at price. Many people invest without understanding some basic things. If you put price ahead of value, you keep making mistake. In fact, the annoying thing basically is that if you have calculated the number of years those properties you have bought, okay, what you would have gained if you have invested in bed spaces, if you are invested in people. In fact, there are some people that are even doing hospitality business. If you have 1 bedroom, okay, if you are hospitality business, they generate 600,000 naira for you monthly. If you have 2 bedroom, they generate 1 million naira for you monthly. So how would you leave such investment and go and just plug it in places where you can see? Because you see, the purpose of your real estate investment should be for cash flow. So when we are giving recommendations, we are putting, there is no way I will see a place where you will get steady rental income either monthly or annually, and I will allow you to go and allow that woman to go and plant 100 million in a place where she cannot get rental income. So you need to understand that the exposure, the experience, the knowledge of your real estate. See, there are some of us that our head is calculating 3, 4, 5 times of what your investment should do for you. So that is it. I am not saying, you see, let me also clear this assertion. I'm not saying you should not invest in Ibeju Lekki. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you should not buy property in the Lekki axis. All I'm saying is that understand the economic and environmental conditions of that place before you will determine the quantity of investment you want to put there. These things are very crucial. Very, very crucial. And when I was talking about building a profitable real estate investment portfolio, I said that what makes a profitable real estate investment portfolio is when your investment cuts across different aspects of real estate investments. What do I mean by that? You have properties for agricultural purpose. A lot of people are making millions of naira selling just cassava. A lot of people are making thousands or hundreds of thousands of naira selling palm oil. A lot of people are making, so it doesn't make sense for me. That's why sometimes if I'm the one handling your real estate investment, my brain is calculating how what that investment will give you, if not 1 or 2 years after that investment. That's why sometimes I don't discourage people from buying, but I will do the math, do the permutations, do the calculations, do everything that is needful. And if that investment will not give you something tangible, I will not advise you to do it. Of course, my own advice is not dependent on your own conclusion and summary. So these are the critical things I put into consideration when you are buying. So is there an airport? There's an airport. Invest there, but don't put all your earnings there. Divide it. Don't put all eggs in one basket. Should you invest there? Yes, invest there. But should I buy 5, 10 acres there while I wait for the airport? Your decision. But me, Basically, just get few. People are making money in agriculture, buy acres. If you are not available to supervise them, deal with some companies that are already planting and they are harvesting. Have a memorandum of understanding with them and let them use your land to fetch you money. If you are buying Ibeju Lekki, 1 or 2 properties in that Lekki axis, as far as I'm concerned, it's okay. Come to Shangotedo, come to Abijo, come to Amarabesonya, have 1 or 2 rental properties there. This is how you build wealth. Okay? Maybe if Lekki is your area of preference, have just 1 or 2. But go to the mainland, go to where we have institutions. It doesn't have to be Yaba. MKH is building, what do they call it? Studio apartments in Ibadan, where we have Lead City University. Why are you not investing there? It doesn't have to be Lagos. The only thing is just that the rental income in Lagos is very, very massive. So, of course, I'm an alumni of the University of Lagos. I did my degree and my master's degree there. I know the amount I pay for rent when I was there. And, the funny thing, basically, is that the prices have even gone times 10 of what it used to be while I was there. So building and investing, okay, is solely dependent on the experience and the knowledge of your realtor who understands the rental market. Not everybody does. There are a lot of people that they will not understand this, and sometimes if they're making recommendations, they make recommendations based on the present experience they have. So these are the most important things that you must understand. Now look at a project, Ilu Yan, that was done. See, of all the projects that I've seen in that Epeto Gate axis, I'm not marketing it to, but if you are saying I'm marketing, well, it may be your own observation. This is a project that is not up to 7 months, and we have 4 people building there. So the estimation of that place is that if I have people building in that axis, trust me, I have made an intelligent decision. I know some people that bought all inclusive 2.5. Presently in that place is 4 million. So you should focus and buy from real estate developers who know what they are doing. Not the one that will just buy a gate and leave it. No. See, the real estate innovation, the real estate market has gone beyond just selling and putting gate there. The real estate industry right now is highly profitable. It's dependable if you do it right. So, okay, so I'll be moving very quickly to the question and answer segment. I have a lot of people coming online to ask questions. So please, I'll also be... Okay, the Royal Homes, as you have been doing it, thank you very much for joining. Please, if you are joining this live, please double tap your screen to like, please, so that the algorithm can recommend this video to several other people. Just double tap, just like this video, Joe. Like this video. So we are moving gradually right now to the question and answer segments. So the Royal Homes, please, if you are online, do well to please drop my contact, so you can send your questions to that number very quickly. You can send it to that number very quickly. Please send it to that number very quickly. Okay, thank you very much. So for some of us, you can also drop your questions here, because I've been having a lot of it. Please, thank you. Please just double tap your screen, please. Like this video, share, and of course we're moving to the question and answer. Oh, thank you very, very much, Royal Homes. For some of us who are in the diaspora, oh, there's a mistake. It's +234. Please help me look at that. +234. Please help me look at that. Please. Okay. Oh, good. Questions have started coming in. Olayinka says, what about rental properties in Lakowe? Okay, Lakwe is a very fantastic location, very, very massive. I some part of Ibeju Lekki that I like the most, okay, is from Lakwe. Even Bogije too is doing well for rental properties. Bogije is also doing well for rental properties. But the thing basically is that there are still some one or two development that is still coming in those axes. So it all depends on your own investment goals and strategies. Like for instance, basically, if I'm investing in real estate, basically, I have a goal for investment. I am looking at what I want to earn. So rental properties in Lakwa is fantastic, very, very fantastic. Lakwa is very close to where we have the Gulf. Lakwa is highly residential, okay, highly residential, and there are some middle class and some rich guys that are presently residing in Lakwa. Of course, Lakwa is also, enjoying the benefits of the Gulf, the golf course, and of course we have Domino Pizza. When I'm talking about investment, we're talking about infrastructures, facilities that can add colors, add spices to your investment. Of course, we have Domino Pizza right now in Lakwe. We have Blenco supermarkets in Lakwe, and I also heard that there's going to be a ShopRite coming to. But where ShopRite is coming, though, there've been a lot of assertion that the ShopRite might be in Eleko, might be in Eleko Plus. Trust me, rental properties in Lakwe are fantastic. But I know a diaspora that I've been talking with that I think he charges a little bit above 700,000 for his room and parlor self-contained, and of course I think you even want to increase it to 850. So if you have a rental properties in Lakwe, trust me, fantastic. It's a very good one. So you can keep dropping your questions. Okay, you can see drop it. Okay, so this person says, hello Mr. King Scott. All right, what is the cost of doing a C of O for a property I have in the Lekki Epe axis? Oh, wow, this one is a big one. Wow, it is a big one. Whoa. Well, I have said it several times that I am a real estate property advisor. I am not a surveyor. And I've also, I think I explained in my past videos, that was on Tuesday. So it has been certain now that I'll be having live sessions on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. Let's do this before the end of this year because there's a lot I'll be sharing. Okay, now I said it in one of my live videos that there are different criterias that government uses, okay, to determine documentation. And of course, the amount of money you spend on documenting your properties is solely dependent on the root title of that property. Like for instance, if all you have on that property is a survey, there are still some things that you need to do. If it is excision, then you have to look for a way to apply for government allocation. Then from government allocation, once you have your government allocation, then you cannot file. So because of the different things that are there, okay, it's solely dependent on, okay, are we together, on the root title. So I cannot give an exact figure, but if you really want to know, we have some responsible and of course reliable officers in the Ministry of Lands that you can speak with and they can help you. Okay, you say, why are there so many distressed properties in the Ibeju Lekki? Oh my god. Wow. Okay, when we talk about distressed sales in the Ibeju Lekki, a lot of factors can be responsible. A lot of things can be responsible. So I am not saying, because I'm online, people are watching me, people are seeing me from across the world, and sometimes when I'm making all these advices, these professional advices, I don't like to be misquoted. A lot of people are saying, now there are different reasons why people are selling their properties. There are different reasons. Number one, it could be due to financial challenges. Okay, it could be due to financial challenges. A lot of people will be having difficulties of trying to feed or trying to pay bills. I've seen instances because one of the major reasons, okay, why people have multiple properties is due to the fact that people have multiple properties with the intention that when we have economic challenges, yes, don't, it's fine, it's fine, thank you. So many people have multiple properties due to the fact that, okay, I have enough, I think I can sell. I've seen people who build solely with the intention of selling. Okay, so when we have distress sales, it could be due to financial challenges, health challenges. So these are the two major reasons. Now other factors may be responsible. Other factors may be responsible. The most important of all is that if you are investing, if you are buying distress sale, hire a professional. Sorry, we just run out. I've been on Jen. Apologies for this. Okay, I've been on Jen, but you can still see my face, right? Now, if you are buying a distressed properties, and therefore, okay, to hire somebody that can help you investigate. Now, people sell when they want to relocate. Okay, people, I've seen a lot of jackpot sales. A lot of people say, I'm tired, I want to fund my travel ticket, I want to fund my relocation trips and the like. People sell for that reasons too. Okay, but the most important thing is that people sell, like a lot of people also sell their properties in the Ibeju Lekki for those who want to move to the axis of Abramade Sonya. Okay, they want to move to the places of Lekki, Shongotedo. People also sell their properties to fund, okay, what they have to acquire, you know, their desired properties. That's also another reason. But the most important thing is that, well, just ensure, okay, that you get the best hands that can help you investigate. Now, if you're buying properties in Lagos, we have a lot of videos where we have explained a lot of reasons why people sell properties. Okay, you want to get a surveyor that will help you check, you know, the documents, that will help you check the root title, that will help you do a lot of things. And most importantly, you know that it's also advisable to that you buy from, is either the person has a building approval or the building approval is in process and it has gotten to a stage where it is certain that it will be granted. So these are, so there are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of reasons why people sell their properties: relocation, financial. I bought a property in Ibeju Lekki and the man sold it as distress. And the reason why he sold it as distress was because of the fact that the daughter had appendix and there was an urgent need for them to raise funds to operate, you know, the child. So the man decided to put up the property for sale. So there are a lot of things that, you know, compel people to sell. So the most important thing is that just ensure you do your appropriate, you know, due diligence to ensure that. So I hope I've answered your question. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Of course, if you are not comfortable, you can send us a DM. I will also stay for that because there are some things I cannot see online. I hope you understand. So, but these are, you know, the basic, you know, reasons why people sell their properties. So I also have another question. See, apologies. Sorry for the light. These are part of the things you experience in Nigeria. So we just ran out of few. I've been on Jen. You see, and this is why you have to support us. Okay, when we come online, we do a lot of things. Nigeria, we have a lot of circumstances that we face. Now we don't get to stay online. You know, to stay online, we spend a lot of money to buy fuel, to recharge our internet, you know, to put a lot of things. So we've run out of fuel, but I believe you can see my face. We are going to, you know, do better in our next video. So to the next question. So for C of O property, I can't give a specific figure, but I can, you know, relate you to this. Okay, so the next question. My time is almost up, but I found out a lot of people are just joining. Okay, the next question is, I've been struggling to sell a land I bought very close to the Pan Atlantic University, and still yet I've not gotten a buyer. What could be the reason? Well, A lot of things could be the reason. Number one is that when you're selling, if you have not reached, the proper or the right audience of people who may be interested, okay, you may not get a buyer for that reason, and that's a major reason. Then number two, it could be because of maybe the title. I don't know what the title is, but what I need to find out, if you can send us a message on our WhatsApp number, it could be, you could also try and let us know, okay, what could be some of the circumstances of the sales, okay. We can also help you get somebody that can do that for you. If you can send us a message, thank you very much. Okay, so the next question says, no, I can't read. The reason why I'm not be taking this question, apologies, is due to the fact that uh, the name of the real estate development company is mentioned. I don't want issues, so please, I'll not be taking. I apologize, please. I apologize. The aim of this show is not to bring down any company or to undermine, if you have, issues with real estate development company, I would advise you get your realtors or you yourself go there and iron things out. All right, so this is where I'm going to be drawing today's cutting of our live show with property matters. I apologize for the lightning. These are some of the circumstances that we face. Thank you very much for everybody that have joined. Thank you, Madam Olayinka. I don't know if you have Miss or Mr. Thank you for the question. A lot of people have joined. The Royal Homes, thank you very, 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 very much. I appreciate this. Okay, real estate pro just came just joined, and I think he left. Thank you very much. So until I come your way in another exciting episode, by God's grace, we're gonna have this live on Saturday 12. Oh, I'm going to be having an allocation, so of course I'll be communicating on my just. This is why you need to subscribe, please. For those who have been on this live session, sorry for the light, I apologize. Please subscribe to this channel. You are seeing that we're discussing important issues that is related to real estate. We are not just saying come and buy. Of course, if you want to buy, you can work. We can help you secure any property, island, mainland, Epe, Ibeju Lekki, Ikorodu, Ibadan, Abeokuta, box sales, whatever. We can help you do that. Okay, that's our job. But for you to be updated with all our activities, you need to subscribe. Please subscribe. Share this video with your friends and family. Thank you very much. I'll see you on our next live session. Of course, I'll post the notification. Thank you. God bless you. Bye for now.